everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 27th of April 2022. Let's start. Who has been appointed the new Vice Chairperson of Niti Aayog in April 2022? So Dr. Suman K. Berry has been appointed as new Vice Chairperson of Niti Aayog and he will succeed Dr. Rajiv Kumar as per the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension. So Dr. Suman K. Berry had served as the Director General of National Council of Applied Economic Research, which is a leading non-profit policy research institution. And also he has served as a member of the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, National Statistical Commission and Reserve Bank of India's Technical Advisory Committee on Monetary Policy. Okay, now let's see some of the important appointments. Who was appointed as Tata Steel's Additional Director and Vice Chairman? Many times I have told you this is Noel Naval Tata. Who has been appointed as the Chairman and Managing Director of Infrastructure Leasing and Financial Services? This is C.S. Ranjan and he has been appointed for a period of 6 months. Dinesh Thapar was recently appointed as the Chief Financial Officer of which particular organization? So he has been appointed as the Chief Financial Officer of Bajaj Auto. Who was reappointed as MD and CEO of Tata Coffee for further 3 years? So already MD of Tata Coffee is Chako Purakal and he has been reappointed for a period of 3 years. Who was appointed as Vahdam, India's Chief HRO? This is Mr. Kalpesh Tiwari. Okay. Who was recently reappointed as TCS MD and CEO for a 5-year term? So recently, the tenure of MR Kumar has been extended for further 5 years. Now apart from all these things, recently Babita Singh has been appointed as new Global Peace Ambassador for the year 2022. Mr. Ajay Kumar Sood has been appointed as the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. Fine. After that, Mr. Naresh Kumar has been appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Delhi. And Jasleen Kohli is now the MD and CEO of Digit Insurance. Okay. So these are some of the important other appointments that you have to keep in mind. Next question. India Out campaign is associated with which country? So the President of Maldives, Mr. Ibrahim Mohammed Soleh, issued an order banning the India Out campaign. So it was led by former President Yamin. The campaign actually accuses the Maldivian government of allowing the Indian military presence in the island nation. So President Soleh has opted for an India First foreign policy and the Maldives National Security Council announced its decision that the campaign to incite the hatred against India is a threat to our national security. Fine. So India Out campaign belongs to the country Maldives. Okay. Now let's see some of the important international current affairs. India recently signed MOUs on the Nuclear Energy Partnership and the Global Innovation Partnership with which country? So during the visit of UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson to India, The two countries signed a number of agreements, including these two MOUs on nuclear energy partnership and global innovation partnership. Okay, so this MOU on cooperation on Global Center for Nuclear Energy Partnership was signed between India's Department of Atomic Energy and its UK counterpart. Fine. So correct answer would be UK. Kieron Pollard, who announced the retirement from international cricket, represented which country? So West Indies white ball captain Kieron Pollard announced his retirement recently from the international cricket, and he was actually part of the 2012 ICC T20 World Cup when West Indies actually won. And the highlight of his international career was hitting 6 sixes in a T20I match as the third player. Okay, who are the first two? Harshal, Gibbs and Yuvraj Singh. Okay, so correct answer would be West Indies. The Association of World Election Bodies is located in which country? So the Association of World Election Bodies was established in 2013 in Songdo, which lies in South Korea. So it is a kind of first global organization of election management bodies, and it consists of 118 EMBs as members and 20 regional associations as associate members. Fine. So what happened is, a delegation led by our Chief Election Commissioner Sushil Chandra visited South Africa and Mauritius and held meetings with their election commission, as well as interactions with the large NRI community in the two countries. And also he has urged the members of Indian community to register as overseas voters there. Fine. Which country conducted the first open air trial of genetically modified mosquito? This is USA. India unveiled the first ever navigation chart with which country? So the first ever navigation chart has been unveiled by India with Maldives. Do remember that INS Sutlej has been deployed in Maldives for this purpose. Patrick Achi has been reappointed as the Prime Minister of which country? So he has become once again the Prime Minister of Ivory Coast. Nobel Prize winner Jose Ramos Horta has won the presidential election of which country? So he is now the president of Timor-Leste. Fine. Next question. India has recently agreed to develop an alliance for bioenergy and biofuels with which country? So the Brazil Minister of Mines and Energy paid an official visit to India on the invitation of the Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri. So the leaders reviewed the existing bilateral cooperation across the energy sector, and they committed to enhance the partnership between the two countries. And also these two sides agreed to work towards developing an India-Brazil alliance for bioenergy and biofuels. Fine. Now let's see some of the important questions. Urja Pravah, which was recently inducted, is the ship of which armed force? So the Indian Coast Guard ship named as Urja Pravah has been inducted into the Indian Coast Guard at Gujarat. At which place? At Bharuch. So this ship is 36 meters long and it is designed to carry cargo ship fuel, aviation fuel and the fresh water. Okay. In which of the following states or the Union Territories, the Union Home Ministry recently approved the formation of Village Defense Group? This is Jammu and Kashmir. So these village defense groups will be created here so that they can respond to the threats in the areas where the local police presence is thin. Fine. Usually it consists of 6 to 8 or usually 8 to 10 members. Ganga Quest 2022, which was seen in the news recently, is held under which mission? It is held under National Mission for Clean Ganga, and the mascot of this program is Chacha Chaudhary, who is a comic hero. Which state has recently approved the health insurance cover for accredited journalists up to 3 lakh rupees? This state is Tripura. Civil Nuclear Credit Program, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which country? It is related to USA, and it has been unveiled to rescue the nuclear power plants at risk of closing. Who is the author of The Boy Who Wrote a Constitution, which was recently released? This book has been written by Mr. Rajesh Talwar, and it has been released on Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar's 131st anniversary. Fine. Next question. As per the official data, which state generated the most biomedical waste per day in 2020? So the Ministry of Environment data shows that the country generated 651.23 tons of biomedical waste per day in 2020. And after the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, the daily BMW output rose by about 962.31 tons in just 2 years. So 60% of this waste generated daily during this period was COVID related, and Kerala has generated about 40.41 tons of this waste in 2020, while Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh also lead in this waste generation. Now coming to the question slide. In this slide we will see some of the important data that can be asked in your exam. As per the official data from the Oil Ministry, India's crude oil production fell -% in the fiscal year 2021 to 22. So during this time period, India's crude oil production has fallen down by 2.67%. As per the recent data from NASA, which major space-faring country has the lowest space debris? This is our country, India. Also don't forget that USA has become the first country in the world to announce a ban on missile test against the space satellite. Okay. So Vice President Kamala Harris, who is also the chairman of National Space Council, has announced this as many countries including India, China, Russia and US have carried out such tests and have created space debris. As per the latest data of the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, which state has the lowest unemployment rate in the country? So the lowest unemployment rate has been found in the state Chhattisgarh. As per the update of the World Health Organization's air quality database, what percentage of the world breathes unhealthy air? So about 99% of the world takes in the unhealthy air. As per the recent official data, what is the percentage of rural household who received the tap water supply in home? So this data is around 48%. As per the data from the Finance Ministry, what is the estimated amount to be borrowed by India in the first half of 2022 to 23? So during this time period, India is expected to borrow 8.45 trillion rupees. As per the data from the Reserve Bank of India, which bank recorded the highest value of frauds in April to December 2021? This is Punjab National Bank. Fine. Next question. Kishore Kumar Das, who has been chosen for Commonwealth Points of Light Award, is from which country? So the founder of educational charity Vidyanando, Kishore Kumar Das from Bangladesh, has been chosen for the Commonwealth Points of Light Award, which basically recognizes the outstanding individual volunteer. So he has been selected for his exceptional work in improving the access to education for the children from marginalized background. And for this purpose, he runs 5 primary schools which provide free education and meal program for the vulnerable students. Right? Let's see some of the important awards now. The president of which country has been named as one of the recipients of John F. Kennedy Profile in Courage Award? This is the president of Ukraine, means Volodymyr Zelensky, who has been conferred the United Nations Environment Program Champions of the Earth Lifetime Achievement Award. Answer is David Attenborough. Also don't forget that UNEP has made Indian YouTuber and content creator Prajakta Kohli as its first youth ambassador for climate. Which Indian economist has been selected for the 2022 Malcolm Adisashiya Award? Answer is Prabhat Patnaik. Who has been awarded the International Gandhi Award for Leprosy 2021? This is Dr. Bhushan Kumar. Amar Mitra, who was awarded with this year's O. Henry Prize, is an author of which language? So he is an author in Bengali language. Who won the Excellence Award in OTM Mumbai recently? Answer is Maharashtra Tourism. Fine. Next question. The United Nations celebrates English Language Day on 23rd of April in honor of which English author? So UN celebrate English Language Day on this day every year in honor of English playwright William Shakespeare, as the date marks both his birthday and the day of death. So the United Nations observes the language days for each of its 6 official languages to celebrate multilingualism and cultural diversity. Also, UN Spanish Language Day is observed on 23rd of April, means on same day, to pay tribute to the Spanish writer Miguel Saavedra. Okay, let's see some of the important days and themes. Which state government has announced to observe 18th of December as Minorities' Right Day? This is the state Tamil Nadu. And also don't forget that Tamil Nadu has also decided to celebrate 14th of April as Equality Day to mark the birth anniversary of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. What is the theme of the World Book and Copyright Day 2022? So this day is celebrated on 23rd of April every year to promote the joy of books and create the habit of reading. And this year theme was Read So You Never Feel Low. Okay. Actually, each year UNESCO and the international organizations representing the 3 major sectors of the book industry, means publishers, booksellers and libraries, select the World Book Capital for a 1-year period. And for this year, Guadalajara in Mexico is the World Book Capital of 2022, and the city of Accra, it lies in Ghana, is the capital of 2023. Okay. When is the World Creativity and Innovation Day celebrated every year? It is observed on 21st of April, and the theme for this year was just one word: collaboration. What is the theme of the Earth Day 2022? It is observed on 22nd of April, and theme for this year was Invest on Our Planet. What is the theme of the 2022 United Nations Chinese Language Day? Answer is China Chick. Okay. India celebrates the Civil Services Day to commemorate the address of which leader to the Administrative Services Officer? Answer is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And when do we observe the Civil Services Day? On 21st of April. Fine. Next question. As per a recent NABARD study, farmers of which state borrowed the largest amount per farmer? So as per a recent study, an average farmer of Punjab state borrows 4 times the amount than his counterparts in Uttar Pradesh and over 5 times his counterparts in Maharashtra. So this study was conducted by NABARD in collaboration with Bharat Krishak Samaj on recent farm loan waivers by the 3 state government. And a marginal farmer in Punjab borrows 3.4 lakh rupees annually as compared to 84,000 rupees in UP, and in Maharashtra it is 62,000 rupees. And also their dependence on non-institutional sources was also the highest. Okay. Now coming to the question slide. Which country is the world's largest producer of milk? This country is India. Which country is the world's largest consumer of gold? It is China. Don't forget that India is the 2nd largest buyer of gold, and which is the first country regarding this? It is Thailand. Okay. And as per the Gold Hub, it said that India has the 9th largest reserve of gold. Which country is the world's largest producer and exporter of palm oil? This is the country Indonesia. Keukenhof, one of the world's largest flower garden, is located in which country? It lies in Netherlands. And talking about the Netherlands, don't forget that it is also the host of the 2022 edition of Invictus Games. Right? Which is the largest private sector bank of India by assets as of 2022? Answer is HDFC Bank. The world's largest electric cruise ship has made its maiden voyage in which country? This country is China. Fine. Next question. Which country won the Locked Shields 2022 Cyber Defense Exercise? So Finland won the Locked Shields 2022, which is the world's largest and the most complex international cyber defense live fire exercise, which is to be organized by NATO Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence. Okay. Now let's see some of the important exercises that were in news. Which Indian armed force organizes the national level pollution response exercise called Nat Polrex? Answer is Indian Coast Guard. Which institution organizes the National Cyber Security Incident Response Exercise, that is NCX, India? Answer is National Security Council. Kripan Shakti Integrated Firepower Exercise was held in which state? So this exercise was held in West Bengal. Khanjar is a joint special forces exercise held between India and which other country? So Khanjar is the exercise between India and Kyrgyzstan. Varuna is the bilateral naval exercise between India and which other country? Answer is France. Which is the venue of the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium Maiden Maritime Exercise 2022? So the venue for this event is Goa. Next question. Which institution announces the class of young global leaders? So the World Economic Forum announces the class of young global leaders, which includes researchers, innovative entrepreneurs, activists, and promising political leaders who are between the ages of 30 and 40. So the Indians featuring in the 2022 list are Aam Aadmi Party leader Mr. Raghav Chaddha, Mutual Fund CEO Radhika Gupta, Athlete Mansi Joshi, Bharat Pay CEO Suhail Sameer, and after that Innovation 8 co-working founder Ritesh Malik, Sugar Cosmetics CEO Vinita Singh, and Global Himalayan Expedition CEO Jaideep Bansal. Okay. So the names are not that much important, but only thing you have to remember is this has been announced by World Economic Forum. Now let's see some of the important questions. Which institution partnered with UNICEF India on Sustainable Development Goals with a focus on children? Answer is UNICEF. Which institution has released a draft battery swapping policy for the electric vehicles? Again, answer is Niti Aayog. Which institution is associated with Advisory Committee on Leveraging Regulatory and Technology Solution? This is SIDBI. Now one more news is there. The SIDBI means Small Industries Development Bank of India has provided the approval of 600 crore rupees to the Maharashtra government under the SIDBI Cluster Development Fund, and the state will revive and upgrade various ITI and Polytechnic to create the skilled manpower. Okay, so you can be asked that SIDBI has approved this much amount to which state for industrial cluster development? Answer would be Maharashtra. Okay, which union ministry or institution regulates the Nidhi companies in India? Nidhi companies were in news these days and they are regulated by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Which institution released the 2022 Financing for Sustainable Development report? Answer is United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Okay, Supreme Court directed which institution not to exclude the candidates with color blindness from its courses? Answer is Film and Television Institute of India. Okay, next question. India recently signed Memorandum of Understandings on the Nuclear Energy Partnership and the Global Innovation Partnership with which country? So I think this is a repeated question. We have done it earlier. Correct answer was UK. Coming to the question slide. Which major economy has signed an agreement on security cooperation with the Solomon Islands? This is the country China. India signed Memorandum of Understanding with which country to set up a virtual network center on quantum computing? This country is Finland. Which country has signed a deal with Rwanda to relocate asylum seeker? Answer is UK. State-owned NHPC signed a Memorandum of Understanding with which state for development of green hydrogen? This is Himachal Pradesh. Which Indian Armed Force signed a Memorandum of Understanding with IIT Madras for technology development? This is Indian Air Force. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Sana signing off.